In the grim darkness of the far future, I found love.
Oh, God damn it.
And we're going to talk about it on the Vox Cascadia podcast.
Connor.
I think I'm gonna interject. I think 40K is missing romance novels.
I think it is too.
I think that they're really like there's a market there for it, for stories other than action and crime and horror. You know.
So recently, welcome back, everyone. My name's Chuck, by the way. We're here with Connor and Tyler, and you heard Connor groaning in the background because.
Yep.
Connor, why were you groaning? What's going on? We're only like 5 seconds in.
Talking about these freaking Minotaurs and Tyrannid books, and I just don't get it, Chuck.
Yeah. So I don't even know who found it. I think I maybe saw it on like Reddit or something, but
I did see it posted on Reddit before you posted it, so I'm assuming I can blame Reddit for this one.
Yeah.
Taken by the Tyrannid. So it's and then Tyler, you kind of ruined my day by saying it's a riff on taken by a T-Rex. Taken by a T-Rex. Yes. Yeah. So
which it's an AI rewrite of it apparently.
Yeah. Which I posted. If you're in the Vox Cascadia, go to Chuck's book club, and I posted a chapter of it, and it gets kind of hot and steamy between a Sister of Battle and a Tyrannid.
Wow.
So I moved on from weird Minotaur stuff, and now I'm on to weird Tyrannid stuff. So
hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So gentlemen, besides me finding a new version of Smut that I like, what have you guys been up to this week? Connor, you had a fun Monday.
Yeah. Yesterday from when we're recording this, I go to my car to leave for work and open the door, and I'm like, there's a lot of stuff out in the passenger seat that I don't remember having in the passenger seat. And then I look down, and there's a bunch of wires hanging from underneath my wheel, and it looks like some fucking dickhead tried to steal our car. So that was kind of a shitty way to start the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That does suck.
It's always awesome when someone breaks into your car.
Yeah.
At least they didn't get the car, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe unfortunately they didn't get the car, depending on like where you're at, and stuff. So.
No, it would have definitely sucked if they got the car. We're a 1-car household, so please don't steal my car.
Yeah, and if anybody saw how Connor's driven that car, they probably wouldn't want to take it anyways.
Okay.
So. All right. Yeah, that sucks, dude. At least you found your water bottle.
I did find my water bottle, which honestly, like they stole not Bed Bath & Beyond, the other one, the soap one.
Okay.
Bath and Body Works. They stole some of Sierra's nice hand sanitizers and shit. And I thought they also stole my water bottle. This one that if you've ever seen me in a tournament or anything ever, I always have. And it was like the first present Sierra ever got me. And so I was like genuinely upset because there's a lot of sentimental value. I have a bunch of CritCon and KTC stickers on it. I was like actually going to be pretty sad. But thankfully, after our painting that I did Sunday, I went over to my mom's house to help her with some like errands and shit, and I must have left it, or I did leave it there. So thank God it was not stolen. And so then, all things considered, can't complain too much about our car getting broken into.
Yeah, Tyler, what have you been up to? Any more car mishaps with you?
I mean, I had to replace the battery in my girlfriend's car same day Connor's car got broken into. So it was a bad day, bad moon for cars. She called me the night before. She's like, "Hey, my car won't start," and trying to get a description of what was going on was pretty difficult out of her. But eventually, I'm like, you're at work, you should be able to get someone to jump you. Let me know if you can't. I figured out it's the battery, and so went to replace it, and looked online, found a good deal and everything, and ordered it, and I made sure it matched the car. And I get to the place, and pull out my battery, take the battery out to the car, and go to install it, and it's the terminals. The polarity's wrong. Terminals won't reach. And
is that important when installing a battery?
Yeah, kind of, a little bit. Okay. You don't want to swap stuff around generally. I'm
no Dale Earnhardt, but I don't know. So.
Yeah.
Who's that?
And so I go in there and I'm like, "Hey, this one doesn't have the correct holes." And they're like, "Oh yeah, the correct one's an extra $60." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And so I talk them down a little bit, but like, that's a bait and switch.
Yeah,
like that's a pretty classic bait and switch, which is way illegal. And so I filed a complaint with the Attorney General. I also called the corporate line to try to talk to someone about it, and they were nothing but standoffish. So don't go to Batteries Plus is my review. So I don't
Well,
think I've ever.
I just went to O'Reilly when I replaced mine a few months back.
Yeah, I replaced my girlfriend's, or mine in my car before I replaced my girlfriend's recently, and it was fine. Everything went just fine, But batteries have gone up, especially because she has a little tiny one. It was almost $200 other places.
Yeah. I did not have any car problems this week, so
Well,
thank goodness. Jenna had car problems last week, but I didn't have any car problems this week. So
car problems are the worst.
Yeah,
we need walkable cities and public transportation.
Bro, this is America, okay? We need to get rid of these bike lanes, okay? We need to start having we need 6 lanes across every direction all the time.
You're right.
That sounds good to me, man.
Sounds like some socialist European bullshit you're spewing on this.
Yeah. Walkable
Come on,
cities.
No. Yeah. No, it would be actually really nice if we didn't have to rely on cars for everything because, I think we're all lucky enough to be in situations where our cars, if we have a problem, we can get our cars fixed. But there's a lot of people that like cars, one, they have to commute quite a ways to work, or two, they, the car goes down and they're just kind of screwed and everything gets way more expensive. So it would be really awesome if we had better mass transit and stuff. Connor, you're an urban planner. Why don't you get on that?
Yeah,
they won't hire me, so
I wouldn't hire you either.
Go ahead and drop a plan just to solve everything, and then
I'll get right on
it. Because you're the guy to fix everything. It's probably just one more lane that we need everywhere, right?
Oh my god, I got into a huge argument with my father-in-law a while back about why you can't just one more lane everything, and he's the type of guy who's like, I read one article online, so I'm an expert. It's like, yeah, well, I did 4 years of schooling about this. So I think that might beat your one Fox News article on it.
Yeah.
But that was a fun time.
But one more lane, what would it hurt? What would it hurt?
Traffic is like water. If you expand the pipe, the water just fills it, and so more traffic comes, and it's a compounding problem. The real solution is we need more plagues and or nuclear war to drop the population down. Then less cars.
Whoa. We're the woke podcast, Connor. Get back to Fox News with those opinions.
Sounds like the Thanos podcast here.
Yeah,
what we need to do is we just need to
snap
the population. Obviously don't do that. Maybe just smart investment in tax dollars would probably be a nice help.
Yep, absolutely.
I think we should just add another lane. That's probably more likely than us making smart investments in with tax dollars. So I've been picking away at my Blood Angels Death Company Murderwing, and I actually played in a tournament with them this weekend.
You did?
I did. We'll get to that in a moment because I got some hot takes on the Murderwing. So, but I do want to give us an update on where we ended. I'm doing air quotes here for the listeners out there, with the charity drive. So if you're listening for the first time, welcome. But we do punishment for when a couple of us play together at a tournament. We do a punishment for who finishes worst. Tyler and I did a couple tournaments back to back a few weekends ago, and I came out victorious. So Tyler has to paint against his style, and Tyler's style is oily, and he likes to get all greased up. But he has to paint box art.
Yep, box art acrylics.
Tyler, box art, all acrylics. You can't use any oils. And Tyler was generous enough to throw it out there to the community and see what he was going to paint. So we figured we'd raise some money for charity. So Tyler,
you guys just smashed my first goal is really what happened. I threw out one to let you guys vote, and you guys smashed it basically instantly.
It was pretty quick.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, this is a Kickstarter now for charity. We're gonna have to add some stretch goals on there, and we got all the way through most of the stretch goals. So we've decided to extend the charity raffle for one more stretch goal on there.
So the charity is for Portland Immigrants' Rights Coalition. So they fight for immigrant justice in Oregon with rapid response, advocacy, and organizing. You can go to pircoregon.org. We got up to $800 as a community that we raised. So thank you everybody who kicked in.
Incredible. That's so
a lot of people, anywhere from $20 to $17 to $100. Somebody had did $100 and they do an employer match too. So their employer is going to kick in another $100. So we're at 800, but if we hit 900, Sean Ross, ABC Sean, is going to actually paint up a kill team. And we're going to then use that as part of our raffle, part of the bounty system at Kill Scream 5 coming up in October. So we need another $100. You can donate at, like I said, pircoregon.org. We're going to extend it. We'll put it through the end of this week, maybe. We'll say.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Sean, and I think Sean's going to do the I can never get their name right.
Celestians.
No, because it's Celestian.
The Sisters of Battle that's in Power Armor.
The new sisters. He's going to paint those up. And I think he said he's going to do like full roster even too. So it's not just going to be like 10 ladies. It's going to be more than that. And he's going to paint those up.
I like how you got around that and not knowing what the full roster number is. More than that.
More than 10.
I mean, you're not wrong. Right. It is. It was just a very funny way to say that.
A number of ladies will be in the kill team.
There will be many ladies, but he's going to paint those up for, like I said, as one of our bounty prizes at Kill Scream 5, which is coming up on October 24th and 25th. Tickets are going to be coming up soon, like real soon. We're going to do an early bird thing, by the way. I'm going to tell you right now. So, and for the first 30 tickets, we're going to give you a discount. So we'll have more details soon. But we roped in our good buddy Nick, and if we can hit $1,000, so if we can hit $200 more, Nick is going to paint up a model as well too. And Nick is probably the best painter I know, like personally.
Yeah, Nick is so good.
He's fantastic. You can go see him. He's at Shirty on Instagram. I'll put his Instagram in the show notes. So go check him out.
He was finally painting your birthday present in non-metallic metal.
He's painting me up a Dante in non-metallic metal.
It's just a shame it only looks good from one angle, as Nick often says himself.
Yes. But if we can get $200 more, Nick is going to actually paint something up too. So yeah, there's a couple of stretch goals that we have. Like I said, we're already 800, which is fantastic. I think we can push a little bit farther. We can get to those other ones and then and raise a little bit more money to help people fighting against awesome things like ice. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I could feel the hairs on the back of like Nick's neck stand up when Connor said that. He was like
he Obi-Wan did, like there's a disturbance in the force or something.
Absolutely.
Connor said some more stupid bullshit on the podcast.
He's like, ooh, I can feel that something bad's coming. His ears got a little hot. So
no, if you actually I've got hold on. You guys talk for a second. I'm gonna grab a model I have of Nick's that's right here.
Yeah. Okay. We're getting a preview of one of Nick's models. Ooh, nice. Which Nick is truly one of the best painters I've ever seen, and just an all-round good guy. So.
He's a pretty cool dude. He's a talented painter.
Absolutely.
He did put some paint on. Oh, nice.
So this is a Redemptor. Or not, it's not another Redemptor. A Contemptor Dreadnought that Nick painted up for me a few years ago as a birthday present. So you can see that he's quite good.
He's gotten a lot better.
Of 40K. He's gotten this is no slouch, and he just keeps getting better.
Absolutely. So like that's a really amazing model, especially in person, and like his models in person are even better. So it's really really good stretch goal.
He's won multiple. I think he's won our painting contest multiple times at a couple tournaments. So with his Crute, I think him and
Space
I won one time.
Diorama too.
Space Wolves Diorama.
Wanted him to throw off a parking garage.
Yeah,
you're a bad friend.
I think he wanted to throw it off a parking garage. He didn't want it. He was going to get rid of it. And I was like, bro, I will take that if you're not going to keep it. Like, it was awesome. So I'll steal some of his pictures and make sure I put some of those up in here too. So $200 more, and we're gonna run it through this week ish.
Loose deadline,
at
least a week from when this airs.
Yeah. So, help us donate to a good cause. Again, we appreciate everybody who's donated so far. And if you haven't, if you can't monetarily donate, share it on social media, tell a friend, tell somebody else, get some more visibility for the Portland Immigrant Rights Coalition.
Yep.
And help us do some good.
For real. Yeah. It hasn't stopped around here. You may not be hearing as much about it on the news. It's still going on. you know, there's people protesting every night at the detention center. So,
yep. All right. So I was in a tournament this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Over at Contrarian, right?
Over Contrarian Games, Contrarian Cafe and Games up in Salmon Creek, Washington, about 20 minutes from me, at the confluence of I-205 and I-5 in Vancouver.
Okay,
good way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a 16-player tournament that was hosted by Contrarian. Tanner, who we hung out with a bunch at the Cascade Clash, was the main judge. But I know that I think Ryan Hagedorn, I think Chris Sharp also helped put it together. I know Jed's always a big part of that too. So 3-round tournament, and I brought Murderwing.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You won because they're super broken and you're a disgusting meta slave, right?
We'll get to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I see. I'm looking at some interesting results here.
Yeah, it's let's just say that
I think
I'm doing the Connor for them and making sure they don't get nerfed too hard.
Yeah. So round 1, who'd you play into?
So round 1, I played into CB, and CB and I have never actually played before. So this is our first opportunity. I have my Death Company Murderwing. CB has his Vespid Stingwings, pastel painted Vespid Stingwings too. They're really cool looking. And we're playing on, we're playing Data, I think was the mission.
Okay.
Transmission, excuse me. We're playing Transmission, and we're playing on an Into the Dark board. And I'll put up a picture here of the board and setup.
Right
so
now.
Right now. And so you got 2 teams that all they want to do is be outside. All they want to do is fly around, and you put them in Into the Dark board. It was the one only Into the Dark board there too. There was quite a few Turmoil and Descent boards, but we got the one Into the Dark board. So I'm thinking, like, one CB's an amazing player, and this is only my 3rd game with Murderwing, and my first 2 games were like pre-nerf. I'd never played them post-nerf, and let's just say the Murderwing obviously need to be buffed because I lost 15-4. So
CB is quite good, especially
CB is very good. CB will actually tell you too. CB's dice were real hot. Like
lots of 6s doing mortal wounds.
So many devastating 2s. There was a few shootings where like 3 6s, so it's just 6 damage right off the boot. Yeah. And not to say that like CB didn't play great, and I did myself 0 favors. I was really out of it that day for some reason. I don't know what was going on. I was just like really fuzzy all day. And playing a team that I really hadn't played much, and I think I really felt the nerf too. Like I can really tell the difference between 8 inches and 6 inches, and I think it took him down quite a bit. But I tried to hide behind light cover, hoping I could tank a shot. And CB popped up in the air, and Into the Dark, and Seek lighted me, or actually basically he's on Vantage at that point, and just murdered my Melta before I could even really do anything. Like I took Dominate, which was dumb, and a theme of the day. And so I'd like kill somebody, kill a couple people, get a couple Dominate tokens, and I'd lose that person right away because I'm an idiot. So round 1, Murderwing, I didn't really do much of anything. So CB kicked my ass, but I got a long lunch, so that was nice.
Nice. Always nice, Where'd you go for lunch?
I went to Burger King. So got me an Impossible Whopper.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a Burger King right up the street there. So I figured I had an awesome diet last weekend. So Jenna was over at her place packing up, so she's moving over here. Oh, nice. I was a bachelor for the weekend. So I got the best pizza you can get, Papa Murphy's, on Friday. And then on Saturday, I took my dog out to my dad's house to run him around, and I got Taco Bell in the morning. Had
California Crunch Wrap?
Yes. No, not the California. I get the one without the cheese, without the just a regular breakfast Crunch Wrap with no meat. So I had Taco Bell for breakfast, and then I had leftover Pop Murphy's for lunch and dinner, and then I had Taco Bell for breakfast again on Sunday before the tournament. Yeah. And then I had Burger King for lunch, and then I think I had leftover Pop Murphy's again that Sunday evening. So needless to say,
Murphy's did you order?
I got two pizzas.
Giant.
Okay.
No, I got two pizzas, but when it's just me,
$5 less than getting delivery, and he had to bake it himself.
Yeah, totally worth it.
and it's way better. So, yeah, 100%. So that was round one, and my diet for the weekend. So you can tell I'm obviously training for something big.
Absolutely,
you're gonna run the Portland Marathon.
I'm gonna walk from the Portland. I'm gonna walk next to where the Portland Marathon usually is.
Yeah,
and that's just like from a block. So
nice.
Yeah.
So you had a long lunch. You tasted defeat game one, but now you're ready to come back and put up a good fight game two. So who did you end up playing?
So game two, I figure, hey, I lost. I scored like shit. I scored 4 points. I'm gonna get pared down into somebody who's maybe a little newer, maybe like less experienced. So maybe have an easier chance. And I got paired into Matt Small, which if you are from the Portland area, you know Matt Small, Matt and Ivan. They're part of our commissars for Kill Team Cascadia, so they're part of the rules.
Long-time staff members, just real great players, great people. So.
Yeah, and Matt brought Casterkin. He has, if you haven't seen his Casterkin, Matt has the old school Casterkin, not the new plastic ones. He's got the old metal ones, so they're super cool. Nice. And we played on an open board. This mission was data, and I was dumb again and brought dominate, and so I had my champion ran up and killed his Melta and one of his other guys, and 2 dominate tokens, and then he turns around and nukes me. Another guy runs up, gets a couple dominate tokens, gets killed. So we played on the short edge deployment. I'll have a picture up here for the map we played on, but it just I could have possibly won if I made at the very end, the last game, and data is the one where you download on the points, and then on turn 4 you can pull them off the points. So I had my Chaos Lord in the middle of the board on a point, and he had already done his action, killed someone. I had another APL, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna slide off the point, because if I slide into this spot with a dash, I can actually I can't get shot, because I was really worried about seize the initiative, because even if Matt either is going first or he's going to shoot me first, and so I slid off the point. Well,
nice.
Matt did seize the initiative, but Matt did seize the initiative to jump on the point and take all the stuff off before the turn even started. So he scored 2 points right there before the turn even started on turn 4. And then at that point, I just couldn't catch up. So I lost 13 to 11. So I actually played better, but one bad move there kind of cost me the game. And I also picked the wrong side of the board too. Again, was totally out of it, and just kind of picked the side of the board I was standing on, and should have picked the opposite side of the board.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is you ate a lot of Papa Murphy's, and then by Sunday you're feeling kind of out of it.
No, it wasn't the Papa Murphy's, promise.
It better not be the Taco Bell truck, and I'm seeing only 2 correlations here.
It wasn't the Taco Bell either, so maybe we'll talk about it in the after show. But and I chose the wrong side of the board too, because I was asking Matt afterwards. I was like, Matt, what could I have done different? And he, we talked about that one last move where I moved my guy off the point and he downloaded it. But then also I should have taken the side with the 3-story advantage. But I gave that to him, and even though with the 6-inch charge, you're not able to hop from building to building as easily, because everything is just over 6 inches, and you're not able to get even standing on one vantage, moving to the other side, you're just not able to get your base over there. So that kind of screwed me too, and also playing dominate again because I'm dumb.
It's okay.
Thanks.
What is their other option if not dominate, or seek and destroy, or whatever it is?
Seek and destroy and recon. Yeah, the orange cards. Yeah. So finally, by the next game, I actually wised up.
So next game, who'd you play?
So next game, I played into Van Carter. So Van's I never met Van before, but they're a Vancouver local. And it was Murderwing versus Death Watch on a Tomb World board. And this mission was loot. So last mission of the weekend, and I finally wised up and started playing Retrieval.
Nice. I was going to say, I feel like there's a attack up they might be really good at here.
Yeah. And I should have, I don't know. I got in my head or something like about playing Retrieval. Cause the previous tournament, if you guys remember, when I played at Mindtaker, I played against Eugene, who actually was at this tournament too, but they were playing Angels of Death this time. I played against Eugene, and what Eugene would do is run around the board, kill everybody with his Murderwing, and then jump on the points and retrieve them in the last turn. And I finally started to do that. I cut up the Death Watch pretty good. I won 16-5, and by the time I got to the end of turn 4, I was able to just jump on 2 different points, loot them with one guy, or loot them, and then also retrieve them and hold that. So that was like 6-point swing right there. So
nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's always nice to see progression through a tournament, you know. Like fastest way to get better is playing in events.
Yeah. And I don't, yeah, I think Murderwing, they need a buff. They need help, because apparently I'm not, you know, if I can't go and just roll over everyone without playing the right tac ops, picking the right side of the board, and taking the right objective, you know,
what's even the point?
What's the point of it? What did I pay for this for?
Yeah, you bought 2 boxes, right? Like,
I bought like 7 boxes. Well, I mean, to build my team, it's like 7 different boxes, because it's all kit bash, because I can kit bash. So.
You can.
Proud of you.
Well, yeah.
So all said and done, I went 1 and 2. I came in 13th out of 16. So one of my poorer showings of an event. Ivan Small actually won with Legionary. He took first, went 3-0 with Legionary.
Hell yeah.
Ryan Hagedorn got second with Inquisitorial Agents. He's got he needs to put up in the hobby chat. He painted up like a Cyber Mastiff for his age, because he played cops the whole time with them, and he went 3-0 too, and just lost on points. And then Chris Sharp actually just went full cops the whole time with Exaction Squad, 2-1. And then Ben Schaefer in 4th with Felgor. So super fun tournament though. Yeah. Tyler, I've been talking to you a little bit about it, but I think and you guys, if you're listening now, I'm putting it out there and just committing you guys to it. The Vancouver guys are trying to commit to doing something like Bean does, where they have a monthly like 16-player tournament, like a little 3-rounder. And I'm putting it out there, so now you guys have to do it. So
right,
which would be really cool. So it'd be nice to have those more, like, not the big tournaments, but just something where everybody can go in and get a couple games each month. So,
yeah, agreed.
But Contrarian was a great host. Tanner was great as a TO. He did what I do sometimes, where he was like, he came over to Matt and asked him like a rules interaction at one point, which is what I do during tournaments too. So
yeah, but sometimes you just gotta. You're like, I haven't seen
absolutely.
What the hell am I doing here?
Yeah. So I am though actually. I'm going to start playing in a league in Vancouver. So Richard Whitney, is starting. He's been doing a league for a while, and this is going to be the 3rd iteration of it. So it's 6 games over 12 weeks. So I figure that's the way I can make myself play Kill Team, because I'll have to commit to getting those games in. So have you guys played in a league before, Connor? You ever done a league?
Yeah, I did one of Brandon's a while back.
Yeah. How was it? What kind of league was it anyways?
It was just I think like a true round robin. You kept playing until there was only 1 undefeated left.
Did you have to pick one team?
Yes. But
what'd you bring?
I think at the time it was when Warp Coven, and then about halfway through the league they got absolutely obliterated with that 5-man nerf. So that was the end of my Warp Coven experience.
Tyler, have you ever done a Kill Team league?
I have not. I played in a 40K league, but I accidentally killed it.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, tell that. Didn't you get kicked out of that league or something?
I didn't get kicked out. Like, so what happened is I was playing Chaos at the beginning of like 9th, something like that, end of 8th, somewhere around there. And Chaos wasn't really great. They were pretty bad. but like early on, and I was playing like a thematic build that ramp up on my Night Lords. Okay, so that was the idea. And like my Night Lords are themed that there's a Dark Mechanicus influence in there, and they're devoted to Khorne. Okay, or at least part of it is. So I started off with a Lord Discordant on a Hellstalker. And model. Yeah, great model, love it. And like two basic squads, and then also 2 rhinos. And some guy was playing Tyranids, and he runs all of his Tyranids up. He has first activation, and like into the middle of the board, no cover, nothing. And so I can charge my Lord Discordant straight into them, first activation, and that's what I did. And he mulched all of his models. Basically I wiped him, other than like I think his Hive Tyrant or something like that. Like my first activation with my first model on there. And people are like, oh, I didn't know we were playing like that. And I'm like, like I'm not doing anything.
You
like
literally
sweaty.
Ran into me, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like I have a big melee bug that's devoted to Khorne and spec'd out to Khorne, and you run your stuff up within the middle of the board. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to charge you. And I warned him. I'm like, I have a fucking crazy ass charge range. I'm only trying to, my guys are going to charge forward and they're going to try to kill you. And like, and like I showed him my list before we had our matchup. So he knew what I was bringing. Like it wasn't a secret on there, because we had to have our list approved. We had to have a theme and a story and all of that stuff. And so then everyone else was like, oh, I didn't know, like we were playing like so sweaty. And like, so they started to escalate really fast, and they were all playing way more powerful stuff. And then it just like kind of got out of control, and it ended on the second game for most people.
So the moral of the story is, don't invite you to a kill team league.
I mean, like, invite me, but like if you're gonna play the fucking game. Don't run into the middle and be like, don't shoot me. Like I'm like fucking, it's a war game. Like the point is that I'm supposed to kill your guys and take the objectives. Like, like you gotta have some strategy, like some sense of what we're doing, like and this is we're all supposed to be people that know how to play the game, like it's not this wasn't like a first time Warhammer learning experience. Everyone had their own painted armies, like and we were ramping up to, we were going to do up to like 2,500 points or something like that.
So it's like escalation league then?
Yep, absolutely. Like,
and you escalated it really quick?
I guess, yeah. I came out too escalated, apparently. I was like, what do you mean? Like, it's just fucking don't just run your shit up the middle of the board. That's all I want. So, or if you're playing me in a tournament, do run your shit up the middle of the board and let me kill it all.
Just don't complain that, oh, I didn't realize my terrible bad idea was going to get public.
Absolutely. Oh, I put this guy out in no cover in the middle of the board. I'm going to shoot him, So that's what's going to happen.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what to play in the league. So I was thinking Murderwing, because obviously I suck with them and I need reps. But I was talking to Sean today, and he was saying that I should just not pick something like that, pick something different, and just really work on like positioning and making sure that I'm like not making mistakes rather than something like that. But I think I want to take Murderwing to Tacoma, so maybe I should get the reps in. He suggested Nemesis Claw. Actually said they're in a good spot right now, and I've got Nemesis Claw here. I was also thinking Aquilons too, because I have those painted up, and they've only ever won. Brandon Bean took them to a tournament and won one time. So I need to take a little bit of the shine off them. So
you should do some Blood Angels Nemesis Claw. I'll get bashed up grimy with oils.
I thought about that actually. Little sacrilege. But my who's the guy on Nemesis Claw with the lightning claws?
Screecher.
Yeah,
Screecher. My Screecher actually has loyalist lightning claws. You can kind of see here, and they're actually Blood Angel lightning claws, because the one book that I actually read from the Nemesis Claw or the Night Lord stuff that I enjoyed. They were dicks to the Blood Angels, so I figured I was gonna chip that up a little bit with some red underneath it, so it looked like he stole the lightning claws from a Blood Angel.
That's sick. Yeah. I love it.
But no, if I play Nemesis Claw, it's just gonna be straight up Nemesis Claw, because these guys, I took all the time to do all the stupid edges on them that I might as well actually get a use out of them. And that's where they've sat for months.
You also did, like you started building them up in case I wasn't ready for it at Tacoma.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna have them ready for Tacoma, but you got your Iron Warriors ready.
Yeah, I still don't quite understand how the hell I pulled that off.
I don't either. No, Nick and I didn't either.
Out of nowhere, they just released a whole bunch of classic Warhammer games, just like a ton of them. Like, let's see, I'm pulling them up on Steam right now. You got like Rights of War. Where did that package go? They have that like whole big package, and there's like a ton. It's absolutely massive amount. Let's see. All right, they've got 27 game bundle and a 13 game bundle on here, but like it's like all. So we got Epic 40,000 Final Liberation, Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat, which is pretty good. Dark Omen, which I think that one has some pretty good cutscenes in it, if I remember correctly. I think it's an old world one. Rights of War, sick. That opening animation with the avatar of Cain. It's like kind of like Warcraft-ish, Mark of Chaos was fantastic. Really enjoyed that. The thing that I'm excited about though is Fire Warrior. I actually just purchased that again. You want to talk about an overpowered character, Caius in that game, because it's all canon. They even have a book about it. One Fire Warrior goes on a rampage that puts Malocretum to shame. Like, it's crazy. He just obliterates people, and like he shows up repeatedly throughout the lore and does that. He's the guy from Fire Warrior, or from Dawn of War 2, or not Dawn of War 2, the second expansion on there with the Tau, and then he also shows up in a book where he solos a Dark Angel Successor chapter's Fortress Monastery in a Ghost Keel. Like that's crazy.
That's a little powerful, yeah.
Yeah, kind of Gundam shit. They weren't at full strength, but like still, crazy stuff going on there. So, it's gonna be exciting. And then I think Max was gonna pick that up also, talking about streaming that maybe.
Yeah, she talked about streaming it if we hit some goal quite a while ago, and I can't remember what it was for. She probably remembers. She's got a better memory than us, probably. No.
Yeah, we'll do a new subscriber goal. What are our subscribers at somewhere?
For YouTube?
Yeah, how about YouTube?
YouTube, we are popping off at 137 subscribers. 12 new. So
damn, 137?
That's
right?
Pretty good.
That's actually
So how about we do this? We want to get up to 200 subscribers. That's not too hard. 250. So when we get there, we'll do a live stream of that. So what we want you to do, though, to help us grow, is we want you to go to the link on YouTube, which we'll post our YouTube video, and then we want you to copy the link. Okay, you don't have to share it. You don't have to paste it anywhere. Just copy the link. Okay. That's what we want you to do for engagement purposes.
Does that
do something?
That's apparently the new algorithmic method.
Are you talking about like copying it in the browser, or like hitting like the share button and then copy?
Yes, either one.
Okay, so hit the share. I think you got to hit the share button.
You hit the share and then copy the link. Yeah, from there.
Yeah. So of those games, besides Fire Warrior, is there another game you're going to pick up?
I mean, like there's like classic Chaos Gate, which looks really, really tempting to me. I never got to play that.
What kind of game is that?
That's a RTS on there. Man of War Corsair, like naval battles. Like, that's always good. And then I have a lot of these games in one version or another. So, maybe when the whole bundle goes on sale, around one of the holidays, Steam Summer Sale, I'll pick it up again. But the Fire Warrior is looking pretty sharp, so I'm excited to play that.
Was that like a PlayStation 1 game? PlayStation
PS2,
2?
I'm pretty sure.
PS2? Okay.
It's PS2 and PC back in the day.
Yeah. Apparently, the new one is, or the port back in the day wasn't that good, and it's still not that good, but it's still a good time at least. But apparently, it has not. There's a lot of weird, like technical shit that you wouldn't see often.
Awesome.
But you know what? It's always fun to play an old game that's just full of, hella glitches and shit like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a very old game. It was kind of janky back in the day, and I don't assume it's going to be much better from last time I played it.
Yeah. Connor, before you had your car violated this weekend on Sunday, you went and hung out, right?
Yes. One of the local, not really game stores, I guess, kind of like barcade, literally, because they have a whole wall of pinball machines. Is Ashley's Pub, and they have kind of open tables for people to come in and play like D&D. They have a whole, like, Greg would love it. I'm not even kidding. Like probably a 25 foot rack of bookshelves stacked with just every board game I've ever heard of, and then a dozen more I've never heard of. So he would love that. But on Sundays they have kind of a painting club, and Nick's for a while been looking for a place to go and paint with people, and I told him, Nick, I will go with you, and we've gone now twice, and it's been a good time. We went Sunday. He was painting up some your birthday present from 2 years ago. So very timely gift. And
Dante.
The Dante. And what was I painting? I was painting stuff. But then Grant was there, and a few new friends we've made over there, and it's a really good time.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
What was so you don't remember what you were working on?
Underworld's models. There we go. I was finishing painting up some of them.
Gotcha, because you're on to the next game.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be me if I wasn't playing 7 games with 12 different teams at the same time,
Pretty much. So what was Grant working on? Do you remember?
He's working on his sisters. He's got a nice kind of like yellow, or not yellow, but like kind of sandstone like armor with purple, I believe, as like cloaks, and they look really nice.
Nice.
Cool.
And then go ahead.
And Grant was on the podcast a while back, talked about Casterkin.
Yes.
But you said you had a story.
Yes, Grant shared the night before he had a dream of me and you, and I was like, what type of dream we talking here, Grant? Am I going to be able to repeat this? But he told me that he had a dream. There's a kind of like a fancy grocery store up in Paulsbo where Grant lives called Town and Country, like a pretty nicer place. And he had a dream that he was there, and for whatever reason, walking through the aisles, he comes across me and you who are recording a podcast, or like part of a podcast in the liquor aisle, which is, as we all know, is definitely an aisle I'd be in.
Yeah.
But
well, it's the aisle that Chuck would be in. So
Chuck was there and had brought me along with me,
and I'd have Connor on a leash. So
pretty much, But the reason we were there is because it was apparently Tyler's birthday coming up soon, and we were trying to find some good whiskey to buy Tyler. And the whiskey I was trying to convince Chuck to buy was Jack Daniels, because I didn't know this. Apparently, Jack Daniels comes with a little horse on the bottle, like at the top, or maybe it was just in this dream, or like a special version of Jack Daniels. It was some sort of whiskey.
Got to be in a dream. I've never heard of that.
Or maybe because that's the one whiskey I know.
There is a kind of whiskey where like they come with like a bunch of collector things. I think it's a Scotch. Maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah. Essentially, the glass bottle it came with had like a little miniature horse, like about the size of a Warhammer bottle. And I was kind of convinced Chuck that this would be the perfect whiskey bottle for you, Tyler, because not only do you get some nice whiskey, but then you get a little glass horse you could paint after, and that's the best type of present for any modeler or war gamers. You get 2 gifts in one. But apparently, Chuck talked me down because he found a bottle of whiskey in the shape of a boot, like a cowboy boot, I guess, or like those like German boots, glass boots you drink out of and shit. And said I was like, if you buy one, then you have to get 2. That way Tyler can wear them. And I like how real it sounded to our personalities of trying to buy Tyler a gift. I'm like, this doesn't even seem like a dream. It just seems like a premonition from like an alternate universe. Absolutely. Or like next year or something, where me and Chuck
this will happen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
It's a matter of time. It's going to happen in the next year. Yeah. That's the only kind of dreams I have are like premonition dreams. I don't like have normal dreams. Like you know, or like by normal dreams, I mean like where me and people are doing weird stuff like floating and, you know, stuff suddenly warps. No, mine's like always very something mundane. It'll be someone I know and I are doing something really mundane, like hanging out in a place I've never been, you know, and there'll be like one like defining characteristic. And then 6 months later, 8 months later, that thing happens. I'll be at that place with that person. I'll be like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, it's happened a lot. You know, that gets into my deeper theories on life and the universe. But so we'll save that for the after show or some other time. You know, maybe the special hobby retreat we've been talking about in Discord. Hop in our Discord if you're not. It's a wild time.
Yeah, you guys are going. You guys have some interesting ideas for a hobby retreat. So
yeah, absolutely. You want to join in?
I don't know about that one, buddy.
Yeah, for first time, it may be a little difficult of experience.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, no, it's for those who don't know what we're talking about. It's just something that what's it? Billion dollar clown.
Yeah,
farm.
It did seem like a very $1 billion clown farm idea.
Yeah,
painted in this.
He stole that idea from me. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, because I'm an old member on his Discord. I've been on there for a long time, and you know, I've been under the influence of that same influence as him many times, and posted up model results or things like that. So,
yeah. So, let's see. Do we have anything else on the list for today? I don't think so.
No, there wasn't a ton to talk about. I kind of came up with right before we started. We mentioned it a while back, and I'm seeing some people on the Reddit and various Discords talk about like, oh, I'm really excited to paint X model that's not normally part of a kill team because they're hoping it's going to be in the, I don't remember the name of the book, but the one
Nemesis.
with like the boss battles or something.
Nemesis.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Resident Evil. But so I was thinking, what Nemesis models would you guys love to see in that? Like if you could, you know, dream up something that would definitely be in the book.
I mean, I got 2 of the models I wanted already, the Zote and the Amble.
Yeah, I mean, like,
they're included with rolls. But I'd like to see the Blackstone Fortress Sentinel Guardians, like the big Sentinel drones. The really tall.
Was there tall ones?
Oh yeah, they were big boys.
Yeah. I just know there's the kind of little short ones because I was looking at those for a while to try and find them.
Yeah, no, they're super cool. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe a tank, like not really like
like a full on Lehman Rust or something,
like a Rhino or something. Maybe just something not too big. You get into other stuff and they get way too big. But maybe like I'm trying to look at my shelf over here. That what would I? They already talked about doing dreadnoughts.
Yeah, dreadnought. I'm assuming considering it's on the cover.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else would be. I'm trying to think what else would be like a good mid range. I mean, there's a million like Tyranids that you could put in there.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like Tyranids have a lot of bigger stuff. But I don't know, maybe like a Space Marine Chapter Master. Nah, it'd probably be too much plot armor for that. But Tyler, what else besides the stuff you saw in that? What would you want?
I mean, you know, I'd like to see like any more like big stuff, like Lord Discordant would be cool. It'd be crazy. Hellstalker definitely is going to be in there. You know, what else would be there? We need more like weird models. That new Inquisitor, he'll be in there. You know, so battle suits will probably be in there of various kinds. A Ghost Keel may be crazy to fight against. All kinds of Tyranid bugs, all kinds of Necron shit will be in there.
Well, hell, I mean, they don't even need to add a lot of the Necrons, the White Dwarfs, and if you need them, just talk to Max. I'm pretty sure he has photos of all of them. She's grabbed pretty much every Necron there is.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's a ton of stuff that's out there. That
I feel like that the beast boss on Squigosaur or whatever it is. The orc riding the giant squig. I think would be a cool one. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, we need another Blackstone Fortress style box. You know, we just got the one for 40k. You know, so like let's get a new 40k, or we got the AOS one, so let's get a new 40k like one.
Darkwater, you mean?
Yeah, Darkwater.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we haven't had one for 40k for a while. Wasn't Blackstone Fortress the last 40k one?
Yeah, it was. So And these guys are the last release for them too. So I think they're super cool. Like the big one dropping the little baby one down.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thanks for joining. Make sure you go to pircoregon.com, I think, and
.org,
make a donation. Let's get us up to 1,000 for it. And Nick's going to paint something. $100 more. Sean's going to paint a kill team for Kill Scream. Thank you, Contrarian Games, for hosting this weekend, and they're actually the sponsor of the league I'm going to be playing in too. So
that's cool.
Is there any sort of prize for winning the league beyond bragging rights?
I guess based on how many people are in it is what the prize support is. So I think it was $30 to join the league. So I don't know what the prize support's going to be, but I guess it's going to scale based on how many people are in it. So
gotcha. Okay,
that makes sense.
Yeah, might try out Nemesis Claw this weekend and see what I think of them.
Very good time.
Yeah, maybe see if I want to play them, or Warp Coven or Aquilons, or I got my Wolf Scouts here too. So, but Tyler, you want to give us all the rest of it?
Yeah. You can check us out online at Vox Cascadia Podcast on Patreon. Right?
Patreon.com/Vox Cascadia Podcast.
Okay. You know, that's basically.
We got there.
You could probably do the at. You know, just like type at and then Patreon. You know, we got Vox Cascadia on YouTube, on Instagram. You can check me out at Lowbrow Minis. You can check Chuck at Painting Cave Minis, and Connor at Spanaway. We got the Cover the Earth shirts, which you probably see in the background.
They're here.
Right over here. They're here. Sorry it took so long. Now I'm just waiting on stickers to show up so I can ship you guys out the apology stickers. I got some really big stickers printed for y'all. Big 4-inch stickers to make up for the long wait. Then we got some more stuff dropping shortly after I get all this shipped out on there.
Yeah.
So
let's real quick. Let's say thank you to our Patreons. So top tier Patreon, Sam and I are getting a game this coming Monday, actually. Connor finally used the free link I gave him.
Yeah, I kind of forgot you gave me that. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Zarin in the Zarin tier at $15.69. Thank you. Cody, Zach, Greg, Rob McLeod, Ryan, James Nevitt, Happy Stick, OG, Yog, the person who turned me on to all this weird smut, Tanner, Troy, Jenna.
For your own problems.
Yeah,
I've got my own smut I was into already. Okay, I don't need help. Jenna, Sean, Nick, Scott, Keaton, Thomas, Mark Meyer from Vox Scream, William Klaus, Tristan Riley, Trench Fever, and Evan Hamilton, new Patreon. So thank you everybody who helps support the show, helps help keep the lights on, and maybe buying lights too, because Tyler, your lights all over the place, dude. Your face is pink right now. Your background's like a tan.
You know, I really do need to fix my lighting. It's just I'm still in the unpacking phase. Not quite unpacking, but like I still got like a couple boxes in the garage of stuff that hasn't gone in the appropriate places, and you know, like stuff is on my bookshelf. It's not organized yet. It's just kind of up there. So moving is such a fucking pain in the ass.
It's so fun.
It's there's so much to do. I one of these days, 6 months, year, I'll be moved in completely. And then shortly after that, a new opportunity for a new place will present itself. It'll be time to pack it all up and move again. So
that's why I'm never moving again. I have too much shit
fair.
now.
That's fair. So, all right. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. We love you. Good night.